You guys are all working with Dana over at Empower, and you have historically done field sales for years and did really well in that system. You've transitioned to more of a telesales model as of recent, maybe, I don't know, 5 months ago?
About September. Started the transition in August, got situated September. October is our first full month.
So like, yeah, okay, 7, 8 months. Yeah. Okay, cool. How is that? Actually, I'm gonna jump to Hunter, man. How's that been?
It's been great. It's been phenomenal. I mean, I think the main thing with telesales is that you can just reach a lot more clients, right? I mean, you have just more opportunities in general, which just, obviously will set you up for success quicker, right?
Yeah.
Because in the field, you got to travel, go house to house.
True.
You never know if you're going to catch them home. There's just a lot of different factors that come into play, and you'll be in a territory one week and a completely different territory the next week. So you're leaving a lot on the table if you never catch those people home or never have a conversation. So I feel like just the more opportunities, and also the skills are kind of transferable because we've done final expense for so long.
What's up? Welcome back to the CA Power Player Podcast. I'm your host, Cody Askins. Man, we got 3 absolute studs in the building today. Let me share with you who we got, man. They've been traveling from Kentucky and Dallas, and they were, all over the place. My buddy, Grant Smith, man, he's been in the business a couple years, over $150K in his first 5 to 6 months, and won Rookie of the Year, which is amazing. Congrats. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Also, we have Hunter Stone, been in the business about 5 years, multiple producer trips. Recent month, first time doing telesales. I think all these guys were at like 30, 35 grand their first month doing telesales, which is awesome. Welcome, Hunter Stone.
Thank you.
And then we also have Mr. Matt Ross, he's won 3 AmAm trips with American Amicable, couple other incentive trips, and crushed it and was top, actually first overall with Empower, Q1 of this year. What's up, Matt?
Hey, Cody. Thank you.
Dude, thank you, bro. So these guys are from Whitestone Financial, and crushing it, man. You guys have had a ton of success. Look like young dudes. He looked like he's like 21, 24, 19. I don't know. I don't know. How old are you guys?
I'd say bump those numbers by about 5.
Okay.
Yeah. We're still in high school, actually.
Yes.
28.
28.
27.
25.
Okay. All right, cool, man. I love it. Dude, I'm the old man. I'm like Uncle Cody over here at 35, bro. Actually, my nephew's birthday today, so that makes sense. Dude, I appreciate you traveling in, man. Where'd you travel in from?
Bowling Green, Kentucky. Me and Hunter both. It was about a 7-hour drive. It wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Dallas,
Texas.
Like 7 hour.
About 7 on the dot.
Yeah. Both right in the middle. But we made it easy for you, right?
Exactly.
In the middle,
Yeah.
man.
That's what we were talking about. That's
yeah,
nice.
dude. You a Cowboys fan?
I guess I got to be if I live there.
Let's go, bro. Hey, man.
Best fan.
Hey, man. My whole team, my whole fam is huge Cowboys. My dad's got 6 season tickets to the Cowboys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, huge Cowboys fans. Yeah.
Springfield's a little bigger than what I remember.
Okay. It's growing a little.
Mm-hmm.
150,000, maybe a little bit more, but it's growing. Mm-hmm. It's a great like door knocking and selling area, man.
Yeah. We've been to Springfield running leads out in the field in the past. So
cool.
Multiple times.
Missouri's a honey hole, like we were talking about.
Yeah. Dude, it's good. Honey hole. I love that. I haven't heard that for a minute, but I love that. You guys are all working with Dana over at Empower, and you have historically done field sales for years and did really well in that system. You've transitioned to more of a telesales model as of recent, maybe, I don't know, 5 months ago?
About September. Started the transition in August, got situated September. October is our first full month.
So like, yeah, okay, 7, 8 months. Yeah. Okay, cool. How is that? Actually, I'm gonna jump to Hunter, man. How's that been?
It's been great. It's been phenomenal. I mean, I think the main thing with telesales is that you can just reach a lot more clients, right? I mean, you have just more opportunities in general, which just, obviously will set you up for success quicker, right?
Yeah.
Because in the field, you got to travel, go house to house.
True.
You never know if you're going to catch them home. There's just a lot of different factors that come into play, and you'll be in a territory one week and a completely different territory the next week. So you're leaving a lot on the table if you never catch those people home or never have a conversation. So I feel like just the more opportunities, and also the skills are kind of transferable because we've done final expense for so long.
For sure.
So
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I'm like, if you can be good in the field, you can be good on the phone. I don't know that
agree.
always transitions though from phone to field. I don't know what your opinion
I would
is.
say if you're I mean, that was definitely a leg up, getting like the harder version of it
Yeah,
in person, face to face, and then
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a sales curve, but it definitely gives a little bit of help there.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Plus, you have a lot of experience, like sitting down with families, digging into their insurance.
yes,
We've built that over the years as well. So whenever we're talking to folks on the phone, and that already have coverage, I guess, for example, we kind of know the background of like if they have Globe, it's more than likely term, Colonial Penn, because we were so used to seeing folks' coverage out in the field as well.
true.
yeah.
Understanding the final expense client. and it's-
that as well.
and their element.
Yeah, being engulfed in
Yes.
their world.
You probably never went into any homes with, cat piss or cockroaches or.
You always sit on the wood.
yeah,
On the wooden
We had
chairs.
yeah,
Dude, amen to that. I went in homes where I would literally, I was in a trailer and there was like holes in the bottom of the trailer and they had 2x4s. You had to walk across the
Yeah.
plank to get to the
bridge.
bathroom.
Yeah, it's like a whole other realm.
yeah.
It is. It's crazy.
It's awesome. I honestly didn't realize until I started final expense out in the field that those people like existed.
True.
I guess you could say.
True. Yeah. I mean, if you haven't seen that side of the world, what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's typically a lower income client who hasn't planned real well. They care about their loved
Right.
ones, but
Yeah.
they just haven't really planned well. Or their form of planning was by just calling every number on the TV every 4 minutes. I mean, you probably see that a lot too. Who was the best at field sales?
I mean, he's been at the longest here. He taught us. So
Well, I mean,
It's kind of it's a toss up. I would say. Yeah,
There you go.
depends on the month.
Look at these guys.
Depends
traveling.
on who's on vacation that month.
yeah.
That's true. That's true. What about telesales so far? All fairly equal? Is there anybody that's
he's leading the charge on the issue paid.
Yeah, I would say, I think Hunter wrote like 25,000 last month, and Grant, you've had a couple of $30,000 months. All of us have.
It's cool.
So it's just kind of the same thing. Kind of depends on the month.
Who's traveling?
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
Who's working the most days that month?
Exactly.
I mean, that makes sense. That's probably true. Hunter, that's probably true for most people watching. Like, what I mean? Or were you focused? Were you distracted? Were you
Right.
doing other stuff? How does somebody stay focused over the course of a month? Like, what's your tips for that?
You got to treat it like it's like an actual job and not something you can go pick and choose. So it's like, you got to set a goal for yourself and you got to make that the priority for the month, not trickle in other things throughout your days, add random trips halfway through the week kind of thing.
True.
It's like if I'm going to have a big month, which I plan, I have a lot of travel in May right now. So it's kind of lower of a month, but I got to make up for that in June. So I know I'm not going to plan anything too crazy in June so I can prioritize, slinging some insurance.
That's right, man.
Yeah, and I think that all in all, right now, kind of where we're at, it's like we want to lead from the front, right? We're trying to
Love that.
inspire these agents to get to the level that they want to get at, and I think the best way is to use that as motivation to put up a lot of production and show them the way.
True.
Right now, so I think that's kind of the motivation for us, how to stay locked in. Because if you don't, they're going to see that. They're going to have those same kind of problems,
Yeah, leading by example. That's a great point there as well. And I think another big thing is just like keeping your pipeline full, like keeping your lead pipeline full.
True.
If you
Lead
have
abundance.
if you have a CABOOM subscription,
Yes.
a 12-week
Yes.
CABOOM subscription,
talking.
then it's hard to kind of take time off because you're locked into the subscription. You got leads coming in, you're paying money for the leads.
Amen.
There are going to be days where you don't feel like sitting down and dialing, but
Yeah.
you just got to suck it up and get it done. So
Yeah. Well, how many leads? Is there a number that y'all think of? Like, okay, here's how many leads agents need.
At least
Limited lead abundance, you want 100 plus.
Yeah.
Every week.
Say.
New.
Yes.
Freshies.
Fresh.
Freshies.
Yeah. If you're running age leads, you need a lot more. You know.
How many
So-
if you're running aged? I
we
guess it
don't-
depends on the age too.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. We don't really run age leads, to be quite honest with you. I have before, but it just depends on how many conversations you have. You got to kind of break it down by the data, right?
Or
So
numbers are different.
yeah,
What should an average agent expect from 100 leads a week? What should happen from that, you think?
And they have their sales process down pat for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they should be able to write per week.
Yeah.
We have a girl that's actually brand new. She's 3 months in.
What's her
and
first name?
Her name's Cole.
Lacole.
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 With
yeah.
an L.
Lacole with an
Give
L.
Lacole a shout.
Shout out to
Shout out
Lacole.
to Lacole.
Hey, Lacole.
Yeah, she was in her 3rd month this past month, and she submitted over 20,000.
Nice.
So that was a really big milestone for her. So
That's awesome. And that's off 100 leads a week?
yeah, around
Roughly.
there.
Roughly.
Close.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Probably less. Probably less for her.
She-
yeah.
And she's doing good for.
So you think
she's been.
you should be doing 30 to 40K a month off of
think-
100 leads a week, you think?
I think that 15 to 20 is going to be fine. That's going to be a solid month. That's going to make sure you're profiting, with chargebacks and everything. I think that, 15 is a good month. 20 is a, really good month. And then from there, obviously, it's going to be even better. Right.
True.
So,
Yeah, true. What's the have y'all, like, when you transitioned to telesales, was it more of like, hey, Dana's got a process and she's been doing this for a while, let's plug in and like to what?
Yeah.
Bingo. Bingo.
It was kind of like, I guess you could call the last 5 or 6 years, 2 years for Grant, kind of a little bit of a roller coaster. Final expense in general is just kind of a roller coaster, especially out in the field. You run into some crazy situations out there. But we were very consistent in the field for, I guess, 4.5 years.
yeah.
It's awesome.
And then we decided, like, hey, we want more location freedom, but we want to stay in the business, right? This is a beautiful business.
Hey, man.
I love this business.
Phenomenal.
It's changed my life for sure. So we decided to make the transition. We met a fella on the Italy trip, and he was kind of like, hey, come over. We'll help you guys grow an agency. We'll start doing everything over the phone. And so we got some contracts with them, and it was kind of like, y'all figure it out.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. We took some big contracts with no substance, no guidance, no training. And we found ourselves like trying to do everything on our own and vetting lead sources, like figuring out scripts. We never done telesales at all, and we started watching, Dana's YouTube videos, and then we went to 8% in Dallas, met
go.
Dana. Yeah. So shout out to Cody there. But yeah, we met Dana there, and we were like, hey, we have to, make some kind of move. This is the way of the future. This is the space that we want to be in, and this is how we want to do it. And I feel like we connected with Dana and fit like a glove. She's got a lot of the same values, and it's just been awesome. It's been a plug and play system. Yeah.
It's cool. How's it being a part of Empower as a whole?
The culture's great. It's a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love, or Dana loves, and Whitney and, all the girls, they love their social media stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Content.
Yeah, they love the content.
Sydney and there's
Yeah,
so
Sydney.
many. Yeah, so
Tori.
many.
Team
Tori
Forward.
was just in for an interview recently. Yes, she's crushing it.
Yeah, she's been killing it.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's on the culture aspect, that's coming from a place where the culture we previously had was very good as well.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
So
We felt like that was going to be hard to find again, because we loved all of our coworkers that we were with previously, and
100%.
It's been great, since we've found Empower. So
It's cool.
Yeah, we actually, after 8%, we actually went somewhere else for
Like 2
like 2 weeks, maybe.
like
Really?
just a few days.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
from our experience from our old organization to that one, we kind of just felt like a number, I guess you could say. And then, I think it was like day 3 or 4 of dialing. I closed down my laptop, and I looked at Hunter, and I was like, this isn't for me, And I looked at him. I was like, I scheduled a call with Dana, tomorrow. And he was like, cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I was like,
Pretty
I'm
much.
in. Yeah, I was like, let's
I
do
feel the
that.
same
You
way.
know, because like we were trying to stay positive about the whole situation, because
sure.
obviously being negative will, it's an infection, right? So it's
Yeah,
like
man.
bring everybody down. So you got to have a positive mindset and trying it out. But I was thinking that the same exact thing. I was like, man, I don't know if this is the place for us. And when he said that, I was like, yeah, let's do that. Let's talk to Dana. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, let's do that.
That's cool. Not to get specific, but like, what was it about? 'Cause I think for the viewing audience, like, we don't have to mention names or companies or any of that kind of stuff, but like,
Yeah.
what did you notice that like, this isn't where I want to be?
There was a lot of success from certain individuals in the organization, but then there was so many that were lacking and not being at that same success level.
Yeah.
So there was like some holes, kind of some gaps that weren't being bridged there for people that had been there longer than us, but we were getting promised, the moon and the stars, that we're going to get to where those high level individuals were.
Yeah, when we ended up, going over there for a little bit, it felt like we were a primary focus, and the rest of the team that we were a part of didn't get the same kind of attention. They were trying to give us, I guess, like special treatment and time, and it's like,
Which is nice.
why wouldn't, which is great, but it's like, why wouldn't you water the grass that you have, and it's like, help these agents grow that you have. And
Did y'all feel bad
why
about
you-
that?
Yeah, I did.
We
Personally.
even asked.
Yeah, we're like-
kind of asked them.
Yeah,
Why aren't you worried about these people?
yeah,
Or why aren't they
also.
succeeding with what you're telling us? Kind
That
of.
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
And I'm sure, I don't know the specifics, or I don't even know where you were, and I don't want to know, but like,
Right.
it's interesting because most people would probably say, well, they're just lazy,
That was part of
It
it.
was a similar answer to that. Yeah,
right? I mean, now there's some truth to that.
Yeah.
Naturally. However, I've seen a lot of people that like, if they're in the right system, they will work and they want to work and they don't mind actually calling leads, especially if they can get some decent leads and not call leads that are 5 years old,
I feel like the biggest hurdle is like having to like bite down on the bullet and like believe in the system, like living in that lead abundance. And, looking at it as as if it's a brick and mortar business. You have to invest in your business to make money and profit. And, the more you're putting in, if your systems are right, the more you should get out.
yeah. I feel like that's the main thing that holds people back from getting into life insurance is they're, scared of the initial investment and investing in themselves.
Yeah, you hear putting $1,200 on the line each week and you're like,
People scream.
not for me.
Yeah.
Make that back off one sale.
That's right. Yeah. Amen. I see. I want to jump to the telesales system piece, but I also saw, I thought this was kind of an interesting take with I also saw that Empower and True Wealth
Yeah.
just called out a competition.
That's right.
What's the details of that? I'm excited about that.
It's going to be 4 weeks of whoever has the most life production. There'll be some incentives and rewards sprinkled throughout, but I think ultimately it's going to be bragging rights.
Yeah. So actually last month we had our first $1 million month with Empower, or Dana has.
Yes.
which
she
is
was
amazing.
calling me and FaceTime me. She was pushing so close.
Yeah.
I'm like, what can we do to help? Like,
We
it's
got
so
it.
cool.
We got it
Congrats.
done. And then True Wealth also had $1 million month last month as well, correct? I think so. They
Was
did.
that their first? Or?
I don't know if it was their first, but they had $1 million.
If not, it was really close.
Yeah. But either way, we're like, we both did similar production. Why don't we, have a friendly competition to push each other towards a higher number, right?
Yeah.
So we're just going to have, it starts next week. It's a friendly competition. We're going to have Zoom rooms together.
Against like separate Zoom rooms or
No,
together?
together.
Create a Zoom
Together,
room
yeah.
where both teams can
Talking
go in.
smack. Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe a Slack channel to talk some smack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the participants?
Let's go. I love that.
Yeah.
That sounds like some good YouTube content. Dylan saw it online. He's like, man, why?
So all his eyes light up.
He's
Yeah.
like, we should be videoing this for the channel. I'm like, well, I don't know what they're doing with it, but I love the idea.
Right.
Yeah, I love the idea.
Yeah,
Some
we're
good friendly
we're neck
fun.
and neck with them right now on the life issued
Yeah.
paid numbers as well. So
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Little
Clark
friendly
Stanley.
competition.
Clark Stanley, if
Yeah.
you're watching this, we're coming.
Oh, let's go.
Watch your neck, Clark.
That's maybe not the person I would call out from that group, but you do you.
We love Clark.
I
Clark's a
love
great
Clark
guy.
too, man.
Great guy.
He's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
We got a chance. I knew him a little bit, barely, but we got a chance to like spend time when he was on the Ultimate Agent here. And it was him, and
Is that where it was held here?
yeah, it was here, literally
Ah.
back where the simulator is. Those six cubes.
Okay.
You had him and Sydney, and like it was just a good group.
Yeah.
It was fun, man. And I knew that, like, I heard Clark on the phone, and I'm like, this guy's good. Like, this guy's really good. Like, the coaches noticed some stuff that, including Dana and others that were like, hey, there's still can be some tweaks here, but I was like, that cat can sell some insurance, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
He's got an announcer's voice.
yes, yes,
He does.
Yeah, he does, man. Yeah. It's crazy. So what is it when we think about the word, like the phrase telesales system? What is involved in that? What's included in that? What does a telesales system mean for those who are maybe like very new to the concept of telesales, or they're a part of a telesales system that feels very broken, is not working?
I mean,
Go ahead.
so I mean, all in all, I mean, we have a CRM system, right? It's very simple. CRM system. Your leads get plugged in real time into your CRM. You dial them directly, from the CRM. We've got, we typically suggest to have at least like 10 to 15 states minimum to make sure you're driving enough traffic and having enough opportunities. But yeah, I mean, you're essentially just calling your clients when they fill out a form, lifetime, whether it be through social media, Facebook, whatever. They inquire about life insurance, final expenses. You reach out to them and you help, find the solution to their problem, right? It's very simple. I mean,
Another big part I'd say is having the people that are teaching you and leading you having the success that they're talking about before with themselves versus maybe someone that just kind of came up very fast and acquired a very high position or a big team fast. Maybe they had a few good months or so, and then they're preaching as if they've been in the business forever. Again, having those people that lead from the front, they've gone through the hard parts of the business, but they've also seen the good parts as well. So, you can trust that person to lead you and listen to their advice.
Yeah, having a good mentor is everything.
Amen.
In our first organization, we had a phenomenal mentor.
That's awesome.
And Dana's the same way.
yeah,
So
been lucky, very lucky.
Yes, you guys have.
yeah, absolutely. We're blessed to be in the position that we were in and to where we're at now.
Yeah.
'Cause I know some people come in and they have a little bit of a hard time and get a bad taste in their mouth and then they're out.
Right.
And that's heartbreaking because this is a great business.
It happens a
Like
lot.
we were talking about, whenever we first tried to do telesales on our own, we had no mentorship. We brought our style of selling from the field over to the telesales realm.
Yeah.
And
Ate dirt trying to sell.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
yeah.
Trying to spend like 5-10 minutes building that core on the front end of the call. It's like,
Yeah.
these people don't.
They're
don't wanna
"What
sit
is
here
this person doing?
You talk about the grandkids for 20 minutes before you even get into anything. You're like, what is this call about? It's like,
Yeah, we had more of like a
different process.
push style rather than pull as well. That we adapted out in the field, and we were hand dialing off our cell phone.
phones. Yeah.
And we were making sales.
Yeah,
we were making a decent amount of sales.
Somehow.
You. It was like,
Hey, speak for yourself.
Yeah, we were doing okay.
We were doing all right.
We were doing okay.
Oh, okay.
This guy,
What is
I'm just,
It wasn't to the level.
they
sound
weren't
as
leading
fun,
from the
though.
front.
Apparently not.
It wasn't to the level that we were used to out in the field.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we actually went back out in the field, and then came over to Dana, got the CR because we were doing just hand dialing off a spreadsheet from I'm dialing leads in Oregon off a Kentucky phone number.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah, yeah. So
We just thought we were just gonna do exactly what we do in the field, just off our
We're just
phone.
gonna call these people.
with our same sales process, and we'll just buy our own leads.
Yeah.
use
Yes.
our other contracts. We'll be like, this will be easy. We don't have to travel. We don't have to have an Airbnb cost. Nothing. We'll start our own thing.
yeah.
Burned out within a month, like less than a month.
3
It was
months.
the blind leading the blind. The blind
I
leading
see
the
that a
blind
lot.
for sure.
It's like, and you were calling Oregon with a Kentucky accent too,
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
How y'all doing? Yeah.
Right. man.
It's amazing, like the pickup rate that the local presence can
Yes.
alter
Yes.
just on the dialer.
Yeah. If you have 30 states, get 30 phone numbers.
Yeah.
One in each state.
Wow.
Use the local presence, pickup rate, much better.
But what do you think it increase percentage wise with local presence? Just in a guesstimate. I know it's changing.
Oh man,
Drastically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Drastically. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was getting, probably 75 leads a week, just hand dialing off my phone. Maybe 8 would pick up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wow.
So you got to make the
And,
most. out of who picks
well,
up.
I'll get 125, 150 leads a week now. And I was sitting next to Catalina at one of the boot camps, and she's like, "You're always on the phone." She was like, "You're never not on the phone." And I was like, I say it all the time. I for whatever reason, if I go like 15 minutes without having somebody on the phone, I just want to like claw my eyes out almost. It's almost like out in the field. Like if I'm working, I want to be talking to somebody.
True.
It's like out in the field because we used to just cold knock, right? We didn't like call them before and set appointments, and then
show up.
we would just show up.
Direct mail lead, you get their address, you go pull up.
Yeah, we would just show up.
Hello.
And there would be some days where you're just driving around for 4 or 5 hours, and those were the worst days.
The worst.
So like same thing with over the phone. Like if I'm, if you're dialing for hours at a time, that's a little deflating.
Yeah.
Amen. You mentioned a good mentor. What determines a good mentor from a bad mentor for those that have maybe haven't had a mentor yet, or they've just had one and they're not really sure that, and they're struggling, you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that it may be the mentor, maybe them. But what's the difference?
One that cares about your success more than theirs, and one that cares about you more than just the business and the production you're writing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say
Good.
somebody that takes extreme ownership, right? It's like they, feel like everything is their responsibility, even when it's not. Taking ownership for problems maybe within the agency that they shouldn't, but they do anyways because that's the type of person they are, leading from the front is a big thing too. And just always, being willing to help, right? I mean, it's that simple. Just being a good person, right? Being somebody that you want to follow. And kind of like Matt said, I think that honestly, as far as the final expense space goes, we've had like the top 2 mentors you can have. I swear. I swear. And final expense, that's
No
true.
doubt.
So,
And in
just
life
be like
too.
them. Yeah, in life.
Right? Like,
It's not all about business.
because we came into this as kids.
Yeah.
We were kids, right? Fresh
They're,
out
they're
of
still kids. But
yeah. Fresh out of college. We were all in the same fraternity.
right?
Seriously?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were all in the
Oh
same
my
fraternity.
gosh.
right.
That's kind of the come up story.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, fresh out of college and didn't really know what we were doing.
It was COVID time.
COVID time.
COVID time. Tough to get a job.
Yeah, I just fell into this, and
You start knocking during COVID?
it was a
little bit
after. Went to my first home, and I was like, I just saw an insurance gig online through like the campus portal. And I was like, I was applying so many different places, and mom and dad were like, get a job in corporate America, get your benefits, get a salary.
Get your 401k.
Yeah, get your whatever. And then started doing this, and I went in my first home, and I was like, what in the world is this? I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. The lady's ripping cigs on her couch.
How far away from that were you?
How far away from
Her? While she was ripping
While
cigs?
she was-
Oh, maybe 6 feet.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe not even.
He might have secondhand smoke.
Yeah.
He's got COPD. He's working on it.
Unfortunately, he's going to need an inhaler or
Some
something,
trilogy.
That's free
Some
zone.
brio.
Yeah, but it's been a fun run.
Yeah.
It's been a fun run overall. I wouldn't trade the field days for anything.
Yeah, a lot of
That's
good
good days
memories.
looking back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had to throw away a couple pairs of clothes after leaving
Yeah.
homes, but other than that,
I used
like,
it all the time.
yeah, it's like these are done. I'm just throwing away shoes, everything. Like,
Shoe,
yeah, not taking any chances.
socks, just
Yeah,
whitey
Gone.
tighties, whatever you wear, just gone.
that's right.
That's
It amazes me, like looking back on it as well. It's just like, wow, I've been in thousands of random people's homes.
Yeah.
It's just
true.
funny to look. It's just funny to look back
True.
on.
Yeah,
That is kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
definitely is an eye-opening business. That's for sure.
Matt, how long you been in it? You mentioned 2 years, 5 years.
It's about 6.
Okay. And then you brought these guys in, man.
Mm-hmm.
Took them under your wing.
He was
Papa Matt.
He was they were seniors when I was a
Papa.
freshman.
that's Papa there. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
And so when I graduated, I was figuring out what I wanted to do, and I've been staying in contact with Matt and him and Hunter and our other buddy that he's no longer in the business, but they were all having success out in Arkansas. And if these silly fellas could have some success doing that, I figured I could too. So I went out on a limb and came and joined them. But they were in Dallas by the time I joined them.
Nice.
Yes, Smeeth moved from Kentucky to Dallas immediately, and Hunter moved from Kentucky to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Didn't even really know what they were getting into.
Yeah.
They were just like, let's do it.
Wow.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Show you
funny.
a couple commission statements, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah. So
And we've actually had quite a few since we moved over the phones. It's been a lot easier to scale,
absolutely.
right? Rather than because
That's a hard
a lot
sell.
of people,
Yeah.
Hey, pick up your life in Kentucky. Come join us out in the Midwest. and
Yeah.
sling
Yeah.
some insurance.
Right.
yeah. Because I mean, obviously, as well, like
All commission.
we're tied down as far as the scaling side of things goes too. We're tied down to Dallas, Texas, out in the field, as well. Like that's our territory.
wow.
Yeah, that's
what it was.
Yeah, we're
Basically,
kind
a
of tied down.
2 hour diameter outside of Dallas is usually what we were running.
Nice.
Yeah, so hire people out of the Texas area or Oklahoma area, or don't. If you hire somebody in Kentucky, they're going to go on one of the teams in Kentucky or whatever. So we've actually been able to, and also like, kind of talking somebody into like final expense in the field. It isn't as easy.
Yeah.
As waking up, throwing on some sweatpants and hopping on the phone. So we've also, we've hired probably 7 or 8 warm market agents since we moved over as well. So
Like we've been wanting to come join you guys for a while. We just didn't want to move across the country. Yeah. So
Interesting.
that's right.
More from the fraternity or other warm market sources?
we have one,
Yeah,
one, two.
Yeah, we
One,
got a
just one?
couple in the pipeline too. So we're working on it.
And then
go.
a couple buddies that we grew up with also, as well. So
Nice.
and they're all doing great,
awesome,
so
man.
which is also good.
I think another thing when it goes to scaling and you're doing things in person, you're asking somebody to, be on the road 3 to 4 days a week, be away from, if they have kids, that's like taking a lot away from, what their lifestyle could be like.
Makes sense for like a young guy with no.
Yeah.
True. He's trying to, just like myself, I didn't have anything to hold me back exactly. But yeah, if you have a family, you have kids,
Married kids?
Single.
No.
All
no.
single?
just a bunch of
Oh,
single dudes.
I got a pretty girlfriend.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Good. At least she's pretty. That's great.
Yeah, you said emphasis on.
This is on pretty.
She's not ugly, I promise. That's awesome. That's cool, man. That's great. Well, let's talk about the sales process. And then I've got some extra questions I want to ask behind the scenes. But
Yeah.
what's the sales process look like for y'all now from a telesales standpoint?
The biggest difference is going from being able to use like all your senses in person
Yeah.
to just your ears and your mouth. You can hear what they say. You can, you're doing your pitch over the phone. You can't see what these people are doing. That's the big thing that we talk about of like what gave us a leg up is like just again knowing the final expense clientele. Yeah, kind of what they may be doing in their living room. Volumes on 100 max. Grandkids run around kind of thing. But yeah, just the sales process. You really want to use whatever kind of pitch script you have as like a skeleton. That's what Matt will preach. Because not every client you come across is going to be the same. Obviously, a script's not just going to be follow through and make a sale.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to kind of bounce around depending on how the conversation's going. But you do have certain points you always want to hit on. But it may not always be in the same order.
How much of it is what percentage do you think is scripted versus just on the fly?
A lot of it's on the fly.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm thankful for our prior experience as well. So like I almost call it like Grant said, I almost use it as a checklist. Like, okay, here's the sections because we use Dana's script and she has the sections outlined. But depending on how the conversation's going, I may use something on the 6th page of the script in the first 5 minutes. Just depending on how the conversation's
fill it
going.
out.
Just
Right.
just
Like
being
an
very
intro.
flowy.
Right. It's,
Re-entry, health, consequences, the why, digging deeper, education, difference between term, whole, all the other stuff out there, clarifying what they're getting into.
yeah, I think like being a Swiss Army knife is kind of the terminology there, right? Being able to kind of navigate any kind of situation. It is a little bit more. I think you have to be a little bit more quick-witted over the phone because they can always hang up on you, right? And that's something that we never had a problem with in the past, right?
You could just get kicked out of some houses.
Yeah, get kicked
but,
out of
you
some
know.
houses, but
Oh,
it takes a
man.
lot more to do that
There's
than
some stories.
hang up the phone,
Do a full
right?
podcast on stories.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we'll share some of those behind the scenes.
Yeah,
That may be good for that.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's cool, man. I love it. If they want to learn more and they're like, man, dude, I want to start writing 20, 30 plus grand a month over the phone and plug into a Telesales system or learn what you guys are doing, what do they do or where do they go?
Yeah, I think following us all on Instagram would be a good start. Reaching out to us. Our team is Whitestone Financial. My Instagram is stone_hunter08. And if you
My
guys,
Instagram would be either Grant Smith 18 personal or Selling with Smith 101. Find it on there.
I
Put
saw
it
that. That's like a business.
Yeah, I just
idea.
kind of keep them two separate, but yeah, all things insurance.
Either way,
online
they
and-
can reach you.
Yeah, they got apps in the bio, so you
Yeah.
can swap back and forth.
That's right. That's
just
cool.
give them your phone number.
502-407-2653.
Boom. That was quick.
That's quick. Yeah.
You guys can reach me at my cell phone 270-779-0422, or you can find me on Instagram at MattRoss3_.
Matt Ross 3_. I love it. Gents, congrats on all the success. Congrats on the successful telesales transition.
Absolutely.
And thanks for being a part of the Power Player podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having
you,
us
Frank,
here.
Cody.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, appreciate
you,
you for
man.
having us, Cody.
Appreciate you guys. Also, huge thank you to Dana and Empower Life Group, Dana Neeson,
Yeah.
for hooking this up,
Absolutely.
making this work for you guys, right? Which is really cool. Also, thank you guys for hanging with us on the podcast. If you have not checked out CA Studios, we are about to jump and ask some questions behind the scenes. Also, Matt had mentioned CABOOM leads at one point. You can check out info.kaboom with a C, info.kaboomleads.com and learn more about CABOOM. And we'll link all their bios and Instagrams and phone numbers and all that in the description as well. Thanks for hanging. If we don't see you behind the scenes, then we'll see you on the next episode. CABOOM.